Hi guys, welcome back to Jay's Kitchen. So today I'm going to be making lunch and we're going to go Hainanese. So we're going to be making Hainanese chicken rice. So it's a very delicious recipe that all Malaysians love, and it's a very easy recipe that you can follow. Though it's a little bit tedious, you've got lots of stuff to do, lots of ingredients to prepare, but it's not that difficult. So it's really easy. So I'm going to show you step by step on how I do it, so it'll be easy for you to follow. So first off, we're going to start off with the chicken. Okay, so let me show you what the ingredients we need to make the chicken first. So these are the ingredients. I have my one full chicken here. It's about 1.5 kg, and I have my salt, which we are going to smear all over the chicken, and then we're going to rinse it. And then this is the salt we're going to add into the stock pot to boil to cook the chicken with. And then we have our sesame oil, which we're going to use after we remove the chicken, and we're going to add the sesame oil so it doesn't dry out. Of course, a bunch of spring onions and also ginger. So I'm going to pretty much use a lot of this stuff. So let's prepare the ingredients and then we can start with the chicken first. So I've prepped my ingredients. I have all my ginger here that I've sliced and all my spring onions. I'm going to add everything inside, and I have my chicken here that I'm going to wash it first with salt, and then I'm going to add in all these ingredients, and then we're going to boil it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to remove some of the giblets, you know, like all this extra stuff at the side, you know, like just cut it off, all this extra skin, and we're going to make use of it. So just put it into a bowl like this and save it up. So I kind of like to remove all this stuff, so, and everything towards the end, the tail part. So I'm going to cut it off and take it off. So yeah, so everything is cut off nicely. As long as you have a little bit, it's fine, no problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the salt. So, and then we're going to rub the salt. Make sure we got the salt everywhere. Kind of like, you know, massage the salt all over. Okay, so massage it nicely. So give the chicken a nice back rub if you need to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash the chicken nicely and thoroughly and rinse it. So I've already washed the chicken, as you can see here. So just drain off whatever water, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pat the chicken a little bit. Just pat till the chicken is dry a little bit, although I know you can't do it perfectly, so you know it's not going to come out like that, but it's fine. Just pat it dry. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to season it generously with salt. So yeah, see, it's dried and it's sticking. So yeah, so I'm using Himalayan salt right now. So I'm actually generously seasoning it with salt. Okay, let's go to the back. Okay, and again. Again, season it generously with salt. Anyways, you're going to drop this into the stock pot with lots of water, so it doesn't matter because the water is going to be a lot, so don't worry about that. Okay, and then just flip it again, and then at this point we're going to add in the ginger. So let's stuff the chicken with inside with ginger. Make sure you go all the way through. So as you can see here, we're stuffing it, and then of course we have our cilantro. Let's do the chicken one first. And then we have our cilantro. Oh, sorry, our spring onions. Just push it in. Push it in, and just make sure that you got most of everything there. I'm using a bunch of it, so I'm kind of finishing whatever I have. So I like to put all this a lot inside. Okay, so just try to push it in as much as you can. It doesn't matter, don't worry if it doesn't go all through inside. So now I'm going to do is prepare the stock pot. So as you can see here, I have a large stock pot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the chicken inside here. So we're going to carry the chicken gently with the ingredients inside. And we are actually going to drop it into the stock pot. Just make sure the ingredients doesn't fall. So we have it there. Okay, so you see it's all nice and in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up with cold water. So make sure it's about 2 centimeters above the chicken when you actually fill it up with cold water. So as you can see, I filled up the chicken here, 5 liters, about 2 centimeters above the chicken. So I'm going to switch on the heat to high heat, and we're going to allow this to come to a rapid boil before lowering the heat and making it to simmer. So let's wait till it comes to a rolling boil, and then we can lower the heat then. So also, before we actually allow it to come to a rolling boil, let's add in some more sugar, salt. Season it with salt, and then that's it. And now we can allow it to come to a rapid boil. So as you can see, my chicken is coming to a rolling boil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the heat to low, and I'm going to simmer the chicken for about 30 minutes until it's cooked and tender. So yeah, then after that we're going to transfer it to a ice bath, a cold bath, to stop the cooking process. So for now we're going to simmer it for 30 minutes. So let's wait till it's done, and then we'll go to the next step then. So we'll give it 30 minutes to cook till it's tender. So my chicken has been shimmering for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to switch off the heat. And we're going to transfer the chicken to this bowl here. So let's switch it off and let's transfer this to the bowl. So I've transferred the chicken into a bowl, and in this stock pot here, we're going to remove all the spring onion and also the ginger in with the chicken. So we're going to remove everything from here, and then our soup is actually done. So let's make sure we got all the spring onions and all the ginger out. So have I got everything out? Okay, so I've got everything out. So our soup is ready. So soup is ready here. So I'm going to transfer my soup at this point. And for the chicken, we're going to remove and throw the ginger and also the spring onion, and we're going to wash the chicken in cold bath. So my chicken is actually in ice cold water. So this ice cold water is going to prevent the chicken from cooking even further. So what I'm going to do is after it's already been it's cooled down, so I'm going to transfer it on a board, and I'm going to pour sesame oil, and I'm going to allow it to soak in the sesame oil so it doesn't dry out. So I've already transferred this, and now we can remove the chicken gently. Make sure you got all the water dripped off. So I'm going to leave the chicken here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour sesame oil. You can see here, so sesame oil. Just pour it generously over the chicken so it doesn't dry off and rub gently. Make sure that you got all the sides with the sesame oil. And then just churn it up gently. So we're going to allow the sesame oil to marinate with the chicken, and we're going to carve the chicken a little bit later. So that's it. So now we can close the chicken and keep it. Let's just close it like this and then leave it aside to carve later. Now the next step would be to making the rice. So for the rice, we have the ingredients. We have sesame oil. We need about 1/4 cup of sesame oil, some salt, and then I've got 4 cups of rice here, but you can put how many cups as to your preference. It's just that we love Hainanese chicken rice, so I'm actually putting in 4 cups of rice. And then of course I have my chicken giblets and all the extra chicken fat that's here, which I'm going to be chopping it to small pieces. And I've got my ginger and also garlic. You might want to put extra because we're going to reserve some of it for the sauce, so I'm going to mince both of this together. So let me prep the ingredients and then we can start making the. So I have the prepped ingredients here. My 4 cups of rice have been washed and drained, and then I've chopped all my chicken fat and also minced my ginger and garlic. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start cooking them and frying them in a pan and then transferring them to a rice cooker. So I have my pan heating up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 1/4 cup of sesame oil. So yeah, we're going to pour in generous amount of sesame oil. So I'm going to finish my sesame oil here. Okay. And then we're going to heat up the pan. At this point, I'm going to be adding in the ginger and garlic. And also the chicken fat. So what we're going to do is we're going to fry it for a couple of minutes till the chicken fat is cooked a little bit. So mix it and saute it for a couple of minutes. So when you see the chicken is getting cooked, so at this point we are going to add in a little bit of salt. So I just add in a little bit of salt. And cook it a little bit more till the mixture is aromatic. So probably another 1 to 2 minutes. Just keep cooking it. So after cooking about a couple minutes, I'm going to add in my rice. So the rice is kind of a little bit a lot, but we're just going to mix it a little bit. Make sure we got all the rice. Yeah, so make sure we got all the rice inside the pan. And then give it a nice mix. Coat the ginger, garlic, and chicken fat. And allow it to fry for a couple minutes in the pan. So let's give it a couple minutes before we actually transfer to the rice cooker. So after a couple minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off my stove, and I'm going to transfer all this rice to the rice cooker. So as you see, I've actually added everything into the rice cooker. So now I'm going to take the soup, and I'm going to add the soup into the rice cooker enough to actually cook the rice in. So I have 6 cups of water 6 cups of soup that's been transferred to my rice. So for 4 cups of rice, I've actually added in 6 cups of the soup. So now we are going to close it and we are going to allow this to cook. Now the rice is done, so right now we're going to be doing the sauce. So right now we're going to do the chili sauce. So the ingredients that I have for my chili sauce is I've got sugar here, where I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons of sugar, and then I'm going to have a sriracha, about 2 tablespoons of sriracha, and I've got my sambal, which I just blended, just a regular dried chili sambal. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons, and then here I've got my lime juice. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon, and I've got my ginger and garlic, a couple cloves here, and ginger here. So I'm going to mince both of this, and then we are going to add in a little bit of the soup and make the chili sauce. So let me prep the ingredients and then we can start making. So I already prepped the ingredients. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bowl here. I'm going to add in my minced ginger and garlic. Just add the whole thing in, and I'm going to be adding in 1 tablespoon, or in this case I'm going to be making extra, so I'm going to probably add in 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So adding 2. So I'm actually going to double the ingredients because I've got 4 cups of rice. So here I've got my sambal. So I'm going to take a new spoon for this. So I'm going to add in 1, 2, 3, because I don't want to make it too spicy. So I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2, and then I'm going to add in about 3 tablespoons of sriracha. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. So to mix this, we are going to add in a bit of the chicken broth that we've made. So I'm going to add that in together with the soup. So roughly about 2, and then we're going to give it a nice mix just to make sure everything is mixed together. And that's it. Our chili sauce is done. Now for the next, we'll be doing the ginger garlic sauce. So for our ginger garlic sauce, we need peanut oil, rice vinegar, salt to taste, and also our ginger and garlic, which I'm going to be mincing it. So let me prep the ingredients and then we can make it. So for the ginger garlic sauce, so I've already prepped the ingredients, and what we're going to do is we're going to add in the ginger and garlic minced into a plate. So make sure you got everything inside, and then we're going to add in some salt to taste, okay, and then we're going to add in our peanut oil. So about 4 tablespoons of peanut oil. Since the reason I'm adding in more is because I like to add in extra, double the amount, 5, 6. So I like to double it. If you're making for a small amount, you can always add in less, but since I'm adding in making extra, so I'm going to add in more, about 6 to 7 tablespoons of peanut oil, and then rice vinegar, where I'm going to be adding in 2 tablespoons. That's 1, and that's 1 more. So make sure you give it a nice mix, and that's it. Our peanut oil is done. Oh sorry, our ginger garlic sauce is done. So for our final sauce, we are going to be making the soy sauce dipping sauce. So we have here oyster sauce, dark sweet soy sauce, light soy sauce, of course our ginger and garlic here. So let me prep the ingredients and we can make it. So I've already did the ingredients, prep the ingredients. So we're going to add in the ginger and garlic. Let's add this inside. And then we are done with the ginger and garlic. So we're going to add in about 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. So since, like I said, we're going to be making double, so we're going to add in 2. And then we're going to add in another 4 tablespoons of sweet soy sauce. So let's add in about 3 and 4. And then we have light soy sauce, which is also going to be adding in about 4 tablespoons of light soy sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4. So having extra soy sauce dipping is good because it's tasty. And at this point I'm going to add in a little bit of the chicken broth that I made. So just add in 1 and 2. So make sure you got everything mixed together and see if you need to add in anything extra. So at this point I think this is good, and our soy sauce dipping is done. So this is my end result of my Hainanese chicken rice. It's really tasty and super delicious. Just garnish it with some cucumber and also with some cilantro. It's really tasty. One of the best that I've ever tasted, so it's really good. You have to try. So I hope you like my recipe of the famous Hainanese chicken rice. So I love this recipe and it's really tasty and really good. So do try it and drop me a comment and let me know how it turns out. I hope you guys all like it. So don't forget, if you like my video today, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it on your social media and among your friends. And if you're new to my YouTube channel Hummingbird Mama, please click the subscribe button that's below this video. Support me and subscribe to my channel. So don't forget the notification bell so you'll always receive an email notification whenever a new video is uploaded on my YouTube channel. So don't forget, Hummingbird Mama. Till I see you on my next video, take care and have a good day.